So in this video, we're going to talk about setting up your ranking system in PerfectMIND. Now, you should have already watched the previous video, creating your programs or styles. In order to actually set up the ranking system within PerfectMIND, you're going to need your programs and styles already created. Now, anytime you want to add your ranking system, you need to go to your program or your styles. So from there, we go to the settings area. By going to your name in the top right corner, we click settings and we simply scroll down to martial arts. Now under martial arts we see program and style, and again we would have all your programs and styles here, and this is the one we set up in the previous video. So from here we would simply select martial arts, and from here we see the name and we see the rank progression we chose by time and attendance. Now you do have the option to do either or. So if you're just worried about the length of time a student's been enrolled, or if you're just worried by the number of attendances a student has had, you could select that. In this case, we're setting the criteria for both. So from here, all we need to do is go to ranks and we simply select the green plus sign. From here, we can give our rank a name. Call it white belt. Rank order would simply be 1. The program style progress, that's by time and attendance. We already selected that, and you'll see that once you save it. And it automatically, by default, it's always going to attach the program that you're on. Now, if you have stripes for each rank, you can enable stripe. And this way you can designate the amount of stripes you have for each rank. So you would simply check enable stripe. From here you could upload a picture. This is just aesthetics. Some people find it easier to see their ranks by the color, so you could upload a picture of the white belt. And from here we can go to stripe progression. So we can say how many stripes do you have at white belt. So if, say for instance, we have 4 stripes, we just simply put 4. Then from there we could say the number of attendances you would need for each stripe. So say for instance you needed 6 attendances in order to obtain a stripe. You would put 6. Now, days between last stripe and exam. What this is after you've achieved all 4 of your stripes, how many days between the last stripe would you need before you would be eligible for your exam? So from there you may say, well, after that you need 14 days. Now from here we need to set up the actual rank progression. Now again, we chose by time and attendances. So from here we have days to almost ready, days to ready, attendances to almost ready, and attendances to ready. We want to know both because essentially what we can do is we can see those students who are on the cusp. Maybe they're not quite ready based off the time and attendance criteria, but we can see that they're almost ready, and the system will actually give them that status. So say for instance, days to ready. As a white belt, I need 90 days. For attendances to ready, based off of, say for instance, I should be attending twice per week, so that would be 8 times in a month times 3 because it's 90 days. I might need 24 attendances to be considered ready in order to be eligible to move to my next rank. So days to almost ready, maybe I want to make it 80. And attendances to almost ready, maybe I might want to make it 20. Now, based off this criteria, the system will actually change the student's status. If they've been there for 80 days and they've had 20 attendances, the system will give them the status almost ready. It will change it from not ready to almost ready. But if the student has been there for 90 days and has had 24 attendances, then the system will change their status to ready. Now again, you don't have to do both criteria. You can choose one or the other. In this case, we chose both. From there, we would simply scroll to the top and click Save. Now the next step, we would add our next rank. We'd simply click the green plus sign again. We would type in the name of our rank. Say the next rank was yellow belt. The rank order would simply be 2. And again, we could enable stripe, and we could fill in our stripe progression. And then from there, we could fill in our rank progression. Now, one note about this. This is just the days to ready and then the attendances to ready at yellow belt. We don't have to account for anything that happened at white belt. We can start fresh from yellow belt. We're only concerned about how many days and how many attendances we need at the yellow belt level. From there, we would simply click save and we would add our next rank. Now, in the event that you have multiple ranking systems, PerfectMIND is easily capable of handling that. And what you can do here, if you're familiar with PerfectMIND 2, you probably remember that you could not have a duplicate ranking order, meaning you couldn't have two rank order number ones, two rank order number twos. In this case, you're fully capable of doing that now. So if you're going to add another ranking system for, say, Champions MMA, and the progression is set up by time, and you want to add your ranks for this program or style, you would do the exact same thing. You might give it a name, and you are definitely allowed now to have the rank order 1, even though we have a rank order 1 for the program or style martial arts. And from there, again, you would just fill out your criteria, click save, and then move on to the next rank. In the next video, we're going to talk about actually adding ranks to the contact and showing you how to use the statuses of not ready, almost ready, and ready, and how you would promote.